Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So, I wanted to make sure that I got a very normal video out after the video I just put out because it was really heavy, it was really emotional, and I just really want to get back to business as quickly as possible. So, I just really want to ask a lot of people, how are they feeling about territories? This huge new content that they released for this alleged anniversary, yet the anniversary has come and gone and they haven't mentioned anything about that. So I'm really curious what they're doing. It is 4:30 p.m. on Cyber Monday, and we still don't have a Cyber Monday deal. For when it comes to gaming, Cyber Monday deals are probably the best deal you can get for games in general, whether it be PlayStation or Xbox or Steam or even mobile. It is typically the best time of the year to get good pricing on gaming. And yet we have nothing. We have this Harrison pack. And I'm not going to buy him. I have 33 of the 38 shards. I do think that he is going to be put into the recruit packs sooner rather than later. I can tell that because the amount of events they're running with him that they never really ran before, and that now they're trying to sell him before he becomes available. So I'm not really falling for that pack. The pack that they've had as part of their Black Friday promotional series have been, well, let me go back. I don't like how they drop one pack for a couple hours and then another pack, because they're taking away your ability to choose. So this way they think they're going to maximize how much money that they're making. It's a really good psychology that they're using, and we've known about this ever since a lot of the surveys that Scopely is using a lot of gambling type mentality to sell packs. Whether that's right or wrong, that's up to you to decide. But that was one thing I kind of had the mentality going into everything with these packs, is I knew I wanted to buy a pack. I still have not bought a pack because there hasn't been a pack that is Cyber Monday or Black Friday special. We've gotten packs with maybe a little bit of an increase here and there. Some were okay. None of them were great. Some of them were bad. And a lot of it was recycled material. So I would say, keep waiting. What I'm really waiting for is 100 shards of you pick whatever officer you want. That's what people really want, because a lot of people are on that edge of getting to the next tier of your crew member that you need, and you want 100 shards of them. And you can't really get that in the game besides using transporter patterns. So that's what I'm waiting for. I don't know if anyone saw anything in the store that looked good to them. It definitely didn't look good for me. But going back to territories, so we are managing 5 territories. We are one of 2 alliances on the server that has access to all 3 particles. And we've kind of been broken off into it's kind of been like breaking down relations between a lot of alliances, which is unfortunate. But a lot of people are definitely getting upset when people come to other people's defense, and really weird rules about what can and cannot be done within territory space. People trying to create rules of engagement. And my thought is, if an alliance owns that space, they get to say what happens in that space. You don't get to say, no, that doesn't apply. If you wanted to have that say, then you get some territory and you decide on what the rules are going to be in your space. That's kind of how I I feel about this. But we have, let's see, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, about 13 alliances. And there's 2 more alliances with just 1 territory. So 13 alliances, actually 12. 12 and 3 alliances have just 1 territory. So 12 alliances have space in here. And that's really unfortunate because everyone else, if you're not in an alliance in territory space, you are going to get held back dramatically in progression, dramatically in the ability to do PvP, the ability to do missions, the ability to shoot hostiles. And the main reason I say that is because of the research. The territory research tree, which does require those certain particles, are only farmable in territory zones. And if you don't have the right kind of zones, then you can't get all of them. Fortunately for us, we are. So, as you can see here, we have the quantum particles. Now, these are only available from 1 and 2 and tier 1 and 2 systems that are Suliban or Corvallis. Then we have the phantom particle that has to be in tier 1 or 2 Tholian or Breen zones. And Surax, which are Suliban. Oh no, Surax is Trill or Bolian. Could have swore that was okay, there we go. So when you set up your territory, it has to be very specific. And if you take a look, let's see. So as you can see, Triss is, I guess it doesn't say it on here. No, but Triss is Trill. So this is a Trill system, as is... All right, there we go. There's the picture, as is Lenara. So Lenara and Triss are both Trill. Over here we have Suliban, so we know we have a different particle there. And then down here we have Tholian. So Abalak and both Anzat are Tholian systems. So we're able to collect all 3 particles here. The only other team that's able to do that right now is DT. So this is definitely starting to get a little heated, to say the least. Let me go back to this research to show you guys what exactly you're using the particles on. So we have efficient construction, efficient ship upgrades, and efficient research. So it increased the cost efficiency of crystal, gas, and ore for buildings. So it's using less. Right now, I'm at level 4, and it's saying that it's using 17% less. The math is a little bit different than that, a little bit less than that, but that's generally what it is. Same thing for my ship upgrades, and my efficient research is working its way up. Then you have the combat capabilities of your ships. So because I have an Enterprise, I've been focusing on Explorer. And this one is Explorer Hull Integrity, increases hull health for Explorers, 50% at level 4. Same for shields, 50% at level 4. And right now I only have the weapon damage at level 3. It's a little bit less. It's at 20%. And as you guys can see, I'm kind of in a bottleneck with the ISO, the refined ISO. I'm at a loss for. I'm actually doing pretty good on particles because I'm using too much of that ISO. And since I can only refine it once a day, I can't really get enough. So I'm kind of just chilling out and letting that refine itself until I get some more ISO there. However, if you're not in an alliance, or if your alliance is not in this zone, you are going to be held back dramatically. And I'm really curious to know that perspective of players not here. What are you doing to get into this? Because I have been doing a couple of recruit pitches and they're kind of falling on deaf ears. And not because we're a bad alliance, but I think a lot of people are kind of digging their feet in the mud and a little frustrated that they have to switch alliances in order to do this. They can try to come into the territory zones and space, but so far they have not been effective. And so every time you try, you're wasting materials that your alliance spent, maybe a week refining. So if you're not in here, you're going to be held back. And there's literally nothing you can do. You can't even buy your way out of it. You have a couple of packs in the store you can buy. But after that, you still need more materials. And so one thing I've learned is I've been hoarding up a lot of materials. Let me go over here and show you guys. That's not what I want. All right. So right now, I'm at 5,815 uncommon refined ore, 621 rare ore, 3,137 uncommon refined gas, 817 rare gas, and 3,563 uncommon crystal, and 680 rare crystal. No G4 as of yet. But I'm just kind of sitting back and I'm doing this research because the Enterprise costs so much gas to level up. A lot of this ore is going to go into my ops, so I'm doing that research as well. And then I have level 34 defense platforms and ship platforms that I need to get upgraded to my level 36. I don't think they're going to get done for a while because as long as I'm doing this research with the particles, every time I do another level, I'm saving even more. So it makes zero sense for me to do any kind of building, any kind of construction that requires G3 of any kind. So that's kind of where I'm at. I'm very slowly just leveling up. Like you guys can see, I'm doing a scrapyard. Scrapyard does not require G3 to level up. And for the research, I'm doing the particles. And particles research does not require G3. So that's really what I'm focusing on right now. But like I said, I am curious to hear what other people's thoughts are about territory space. Have you been able to get into it? Have you not been able to get into it? Where are you currently at? And if you haven't been able to get into it, what are your plans? Because I highly suggest you make some movements to get into an alliance that has territory space. It is going to be incredibly necessary for you to be there. Now, if you're not going to go into territory space, expect to pay a lot more for things than other people. That's the catch-22. Is you really don't want to find yourself in that situation where you're forced to spend more than other people, or you're forced to wait longer than other people. So just think about that. I highly suggest you have a good conversation with your alliance. You make a whole bunch of allies and you try to get some territory space. If they're not willing to do that, then I would highly suggest you say, okay, friends, it was nice playing with you, but I got to go play with an alliance that is willing to do that. It's really going to cause a detriment for the overall gameplay. Now, I would say Scopely, being Scopely, definitely should not have limited this part of space so much. I think that is a huge detriment to a lot of their players, but their thinking was probably, the most active players get the rewards. So with that, if you are on server 12, we do have a couple of openings in our alliance if you do want to get all 3 different particles. And if you're not on server 12, definitely seek out those alliances and make new friends and get in there and help those alliances hold on to their territory as well. But leave your comments down below. Make sure to click that like and that subscribe button for more videos in the future. Thank you guys so much for watching. Take care, and I'll talk with you later.